What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's Wednesday, July 10th. We are approaching 10:30 a.m. VISL, the number one stock today, gapping up from $1.75, hitting a pre-market high of $7, selling off all the way down to $5, running up to a new high on the day at $7.50. Crazy. Hopefully everybody's having a great day today. A lot of stocks were popping off this morning. A lot of FOMO in the markets from Monday. What do we have pop off Monday? Monday we had OSTK and SOLY pop off. Tuesday we had CEI pop off. And then now today, VISL, VLRX, HLIT, ARCW, MDR. So many stocks popping off and breaking out. And what I want to talk about is VISL. Now, today, I got lucky. I got really lucky on VISL. And it just goes to show you, at times I still struggle with FOMO, and I get ahead of myself. I got to take a step back. VISL has a really big gap up today from $1.75 all the way up to $7. It's up over 300%, currently at 338% up. Today, I'm watching it. Market opens. This thing sells down to $6 right here. I'm thinking it's at a mental level. It's holding this mental level of $6. I jump in right here at $6 with 1,000 shares. I didn't get exactly filled at $6. I got filled at $6.17. And then this thing moves up to $6.34. So I was up in profit. I didn't lock it in. This pulls back below $6 down to $5.75. I didn't cut my losses. I broke my rules. I held on to it, and I got lucky. It's still early in the morning. We're within the first 10 minutes of the market open. If this would have broke this 575 in the VWAP, I could have really gotten hurt with 1,000 shares. I broke my rules. I didn't cut it for a loss. I held on to it. This thing came back above 6 and ran all the way up to $6.75. As soon as this thing broke back over $6, I wanted to get out and cut it just to try to get out of it. I wasn't feeling comfortable with it. I knew I jumped in way too early. I was able to walk away with a $200 profit, but I'm ashamed of myself because I jumped in. I broke my rules. I broke like 3 rules. Jumping in early. I don't like to play stocks the first 15 minutes of the trading day. And to get over that, I usually don't open my broker until after 15 minutes has passed after the market opens to keep me from trading early. And today I opened my broker right when the market opened, and look what happened. 5 minutes later, I find myself jumping into a trade. So it just goes to show you, I still struggle with FOMO at times. And today I got lucky. I got real lucky. So I got to learn from this and move forward. Grow stronger from it. But VISL, super low float stock. I believe the float on VISL is around 2 million shares. This thing trended down from $7. $7 right here. Just trended all the way down, slowly, all the way down to $5. And then went sideways at 5. And look at all this volume coming into it. You could see the selling volume is just getting lower and lower and lower as it's trending all the way down to $5. This was the big move right here, and this is the type of moves that I like to look for. From 5, this thing exploded all the way up to $7.50. A nice $1.50. No, that's a $2.50 rip to the upside there, all within 6 minutes. Having patience, letting this thing trend down. And you could clearly see it too when it trended down right here. It kind of like went sideways for a quick second, and then all that buying volume comes in and off it went. Tops out here at $7.50. Sideways consolidation, breaks below 7, all the way down to $6 in the VWAP, and from 6 runs all the way back up to the day high at $7.50. So a couple opportunities on VISL today. And VISL is up. It's a contract winner. It was awarded a $2.8 million contract with the U.S. Army. 2 contract winners today, VISL and HLIT. HLIT got a Comcast enters $175 million license deal with Harmonix. And Harmonix today gaps up from 6, opens up at 674, and right from the open just runs all the way up to 775. But what's interesting about HLIT, look at this volume right here. All when this was just trending up, all like that. I like to call this like the rainbow effect. And it's very weird how all this volume spiking up right here and just topping out all at this level right here. And then the volume trends down, and then all the selling picks up, and look at all that selling come in. Very interesting on HLIT. But when you, going back to VISL, when you got a stock like VISL gapping up really, really big like this, you got to take a second back and ask yourself, is the stock priced in with the news already? But with VISL having a super, super low float like it does, anything could happen with this stock. Draw on Fibonacci retracements from the previous day's close all the way up to the pre-market high. Let this thing trend down. And look, it bounced right at this 38.2 level at $5 and rips up to a new high. Pulls back down, bounces off the VWAP, and also you got a fib level right there, 23.6, bounces off of that back up to the highs. And then CEI today, yesterday, going from 250 all the way up to almost 950. Today, the stock really isn't doing too much. It came out with the Form 8K. I think I read the 8K, it was talking about a merger deal. So, very, very awesome play here yesterday on CEI. A lot of opportunity on CEI. GoPro, I seen GoPro was popping off today. Straight up, straight back down. SOLY, right when the market opens up on SOLY, grinds up from 17 all the way up to over 18. Yesterday, SOLY had a great day as well, going from 16 all the way up to 1950. And look at VISL at this 1950 level. It triple tops. Right there, and right there. Very, very choppy with SOLY. This thing loves bouncing and moving around whole dollar levels. Whole dollar and half dollar levels. But I don't think SOLY is done for yet. I think this thing could test $20 again and possibly break through $20. I'm going to keep a close eye on SOLY going forward. OSTK yesterday, very nice day, going from 1670 all the way up to just over $19. Today, pretty much same thing. Looking at like how this thing moves, you could tell each stock has its own personality. Yesterday, it gets a big rounding top and comes back down, and then you get a bigger picture of that rounding top and back down. And look at today. What is it doing? The same thing, a rounding top, back down, and now it's shooting straight back up to probably form another rounding top and back down. Every stock has its own personality. I'm just gonna real fast just rapid fire through all this stuff because I want to try to finish up this recap, and then I want to try to start recording the psychology project. I just finished that last night when I got home from work. Tomorrow I will not be doing a market recap because I have a dentist appointment and I have to get some wisdom teeth pulled. So I want to get the audio done on this project and have that recorded. And that way while I'm healing and getting back to normal, I can just edit the video for you guys. So after I do this recap, I'm going to get into editing that video. And then MDR popping off today. Another contract winner awarded a $3 billion package. Let's see, there's a couple things going on with this stock. They came out with a press release at 7:50 a.m. that they were awarded a 1.5 billion mega project by Saudia. And then they came out at 9:23 and said that they were awarded a contract in excess of $3 billion for package 1 Saudia increment development mega project. That's a lot of money. Let's look at the daily though on MDR. The way this was setting up right here, topping out at 986 and then pulling back to this $9 level, making higher lows. You got the 13 EMA coming up to the 200-day MA, getting really, really tight right at this $9 level, and it gaps up and goes all the way up to 11. This thing has room to run. I'm not sure what the float though is. Let's see real quick. Hopefully you guys are all having a great day and having a great week. MDR has a flow of 180 million. Its average true range is 41 cents. So a pretty big float on MDR. But if this thing could stay above $10, things could happen with this because it's got an error in the chart right here that it has to fill all the way up to almost $13. And then we had ARCW today running up from 44 cents all the way up to 70 cents and back down. Just a real fast pump and dump. I don't see any news on ARCW. And they were voluntarily delisting from the NASDAQ. So ARCW will not be a listed stock coming up. VLRX gapping up today. Let's see. All I see is insulin delivery service. So it does have a press release, but nothing eye-catching. VLRX 2, I believe, is a low float. If you look over here on the daily chart, this thing gapped up just above the 50-day moving average, and then it sold all the way down, and now it's crossing below the 50-day moving average there at $4. So keeping that in mind, let's take a look at this. Gaps up from $3 all the way up to a high of over $5, and then sells all the way down to $3.85. Remember that 50-day moving average is right at $4, so it sold all the way down to where that 50-day moving average was, pops back up to 460, and this thing opens right above its 50-day and then sells off all the way down to 360, bottoms out right here, and then pops up over $4 to 420. Let's zoom in a little bit on this. So opens up right here at 420, pops down to 4, just below 4, pops back up to 425 again, and then slowly trickles down right here below 4, going lower and lower, surges down to 375, this area right here, and then it just got really, really tight right here at this 375 area. Popped out of it right there, ran all the way up to the VWAP. VWAP was acting as resistance all right here. Pulled back, popped over VWAP up to 420. Came back down, couldn't hold VWAP, fell below VWAP. Now VWAP right there was holding as resistance, and then down it went. And now it's slowly moving its way back on up to that VWAP to hold as resistance. So weakness on VLRX. Sorry if I'm a little bit everywhere with this recap, guys. I just want to shoot through this, show you guys the stocks that are all popping off, and I got this project on my mind, and I know I got a long process of recording this project. If I pull it up real quick, a very long, this thing's, I think it's almost 9,000 words. So after I get done making this recap, I gotta talk and say 9,000 words. I was able to do 43 pages of notes on this thing. So I gotta start putting it together and all that stuff. But again, I hope you guys are all having a great day. I will not be here tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday. I normally don't do recaps, so this will be the last recap of the week. And then keep an eye out Saturday or Sunday for the psychology video. That's the days I'll be dropping the video. I think you guys are really going to like it. I put a lot of hard work into that video. I think I just about covered everything. SOLY, OSTK, ATIS is popping up. Holy crap. ATIS running from $1.80 all the way up to $3. Atlas joins the Advanced Biofuels Association. Deviation called this out in the Discord group just before I made this recap. And I was taking a look at ATIS, and he called it out right when it was at 180 right here. And when I seen this on the daily chart, I seen the 50-day, the 200-day, the 200-day, the 300-day, and the I'm all screwed up, guys. Well, it was below all of its major moving averages. So I was thinking this stock wasn't going to do anything because it was going to have a lot of overhead resistance. And it just proved me wrong right there, but majority of the time I'm going to stick with that. And he called it out right in this area right here. Before it even popped up to $2. And look what happened. Popped above 2, up to 235, pulled back to $2, and off it went. And you see how it did that too. No volume right here going into the day. And even yesterday, you could see no volume at all. And then this volume starts to come in right there. And then all this volume just starts to pick up. And then boom, over 2 to 235, let it pull back. Pulls back to a mental area, $2. And you also got the VWAP right there as well. It's at a mental level. It's hanging above the VWAP. It's holding. Off it goes. Running all the way up to $3. And now look, it topped out at 3. Pulls back. Look at right where it's bouncing. Another mental level. $2.50. And the VWAP's right there as well. So two things. Shows it's holding. Shows it's holding. Off it goes. Back up to 280. Now watch. You'll probably retest the high again at $3. Right. Going off of that note, I think that's going to about wrap it up. One more thing. The SPY gapped up really huge today from this 296 level that it closed from yesterday. The market gapped up to 298 and now has pushed its way up. All the way up. The SPY is pushed up to 299. So it's right on the verge of breaking 300. And if we look at the daily, all-time new highs on the year. If we look at this. So 300 is going to be a big level for the SPY. If it can break through that 300 level, look for this thing to get going. Same thing with the Qs as well. Big gap up in all the futures today. The VIX is down below 13 or hanging around 13. You know, the lower the VIX is, the lower the volatility is in the market. But going off of that note, that's going to wrap it up for this recap, guys. I hope you guys all have a great day today. If you didn't trade, it's alright. Tomorrow's always a new day. Always stick to your guys' plan, guys. Always. I broke my rules today. I got lucky. I gotta learn from that and go forward with that stronger as a trader. But alright, guys. Till next time, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, 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 guys. Later.